Lolly has more folly, and this time, well, it still doesn't surprise me. If you haven't heard already what's happening, well, I'm here to fill you in, and I want to see what else is about to happen. Yes, we continue. Hello, everyone. I'm Lady Zelda, and this is Tuesday. You're seeing Crime episode July 29th of 2025. And wow, it just doesn't stop. When do we think it's going to stop? Well, and when someone puts a stop to it. But I'm here to clue you in, and I'm also here. I want to dig a little deeper. I know you do too. Things have been quiet on the Karen Reed front, and let me tell you, that's when things become, well, more dangerous. Because, it's always the loud ones that you can pretty much pick and choose and see what it is you need to see. But it's those who step back, who have a plan, and who are not going out in the limelight. And I am so glad that Karen is doing this. First of all, it shows not only does she have class, but she is preparing for something, way more, way bigger. She's hired some new attorneys. She's getting help on the civil side, and there's more to come. In the meantime, while I have you, please do me a favor, like, subscribe. We love you. You're going to love this community. Not only that, tomorrow night, Wednesday night, July 30th at 8 p.m. Eastern, that is New York, America time, the folks from the cab will be pulling into Seeing Crime. That's right, DJ and Boston Bea are coming to visit, and believe me, we're going to talk. We're going to talk about all things. We're just going to, as they say, let her rip, tater chip. Okay, my darlings, here we go. Now, Karen Reed has filed a court motion asking a judge to compel ADA Lolly, Adam Lolly, to give Karen her property back. It should have been back to her the day after she was acquitted. Obviously, they have something else in mind. What is this for? I'm going to tell you, I know what her mindset is. It's her property. She wants it back. Is she going to keep it? No. She could probably sell that Lexus as a collector's item, quite frankly. But I'll tell you what, I would be very cautious of what these people have done or could done, supposedly, allegedly, to it. Do you know the irony of this whole thing? She may be able to be in a position where she compels the police to go pick that up for her. Isn't that funny? She wants her phone back, too. She should have it. It's been years. What have they done with this? Well, we're going to find out some more things because Lolly is and has been on the hot seat since this is over. And I'll tell you what, he's not going to be the only one. And there's going to be more happening. Let's see. We're asking to give us some insight on what's coming up for Karen, her property. And, I just want to leave the floor open, the table open, so to speak, because I want to know what's going on. First card out, unexpected income, marriage, message of concern. Okay, I see where this is going. The Lover's card, a gift. It's going to be the gift that keeps on giving. Courtship. Some things just don't change. They don't want to pay attention to the fact that Karen was acquitted. All right, so what this whole thing is telling me, it is telling me that the prosecution, the CW, the DA's office is still married to this fact that they're going to make Karen an example. They want to ignore the fact that she is acquitted. She is not guilty. She took a plea. on the other. Soon that year will be over. Look how time goes by us so quickly. And she got permission to travel, and the judge was very happy to give that to her. I'm going to tell you, she's got a new attorney who filed this motion. His last name starts with a B, and I'm not going to pronounce it because I don't want to butcher it. But they are still married to this cause. Would I drive that car? No. Would I use that phone? No. I would like to know what they had on it. In fact, I'm going to say this. I would go so far as to ask maybe even ARCA if they could look over this property. I mean, this may sound silly, but if I were in her shoes, I would have someone look over her property to make sure, has this been damaged other than routinely in an investigation, and has anything like perhaps maybe sort of kinda a tracker been put on it, a recording device? Hey, listen, okay, so maybe I watch too many Mission Impossible movies, but in this case, would you trust this? No. What's going to come out of this is Karen is seeing the opportunity. Quite frankly, it's the gift that keeps on giving, because they are definitely thinking of Karen. Now, will they be able to do anything to get her violated? No, not at all. And bottom line, it doesn't make any difference, because she is never going to be held responsible for the unaliving of Officer John O'Keefe. All is quiet on that front. But just because we don't hear anything, I assure you, doesn't mean that nothing is happening. The CW knows that their goose is cooked. Now, I'm going to say this. I also heard today that Morrissey is considering running again. Running is operative. I think that needs to be the word of the day. I think he needs to start running, in my opinion, but certainly not for office. He has over $500,000 of campaign funds in his account. And do you know that, well, of course you know, he has been tight-lipped and solely quiet since the 18th of June, when Karen Reed was acquitted. Haven't really seen too much about him. Everybody has come out, made kind of sort of a fool of themselves, in my opinion, but hey. So let's see here what's going on, because they are still committed. But this message, the motion that they received yesterday, the 28th, well, you see that 14th? That's half of the 28th. I can tell you what, they most likely started asking on the 14th of July and felt they were going to give Lolly professional courtesy before filing a motion and saying, look, we've asked, we can't get it. Where is it? They just want to keep pushing her. And I'm going to say this, when that sweet little barracuda comes out, I'm going to say not a barracuda. I want you all to look up a badger. What a badger does, especially to male species, animals, if it is cornered. Yeah, see, Shaggy is seconding that. I'm just going to say she's a little honey badger. A badger may be little and cute, but certainly not anyone to be messed with. Let's see. Let's lay out some of these cards. Okay. Loving this. Do you remember when I just said that she got the motion to travel approved? That's it right there with that Chariot card. All right. Okay. I just heard that song in my brain. I'm wasting my time. I can't even think of the words. I can hear it going. You'll be thinking about me after I've been gone. Well, they're thinking about her. Let's see. Let's lay out one more and then, okay. Now, I'm going to also say I do believe in my own personal readings that there has been some discord in that office. I'm thinking that these professional lawyers who are there for good reason and good reason only, and not for any type of financial gain. I mean, think, I'm going to say it this way. In my opinion, if I were a lawyer working for the CW and in the DA's office, and I did not want to take on the Karen Reed case, and they brought in this ringer by the last name of Breenan, that he got paid so much money, I wouldn't want to do my job. And maybe that's, I was going to say maybe that's Lolly's problem, but Lolly has had a problem way back when. And his little person that he loves so much, former trooper Proctor. Why do I always get that mixed up? But there has been some discord in the office of the Commonwealth. There are some that want to walk away. But I'm going to also say this. I want you to look now, be watchers. Be that person who looks at things from a different perspective. Don't allow your emotions cloud over what people would use as strategy. Now, I'm talking about the side of Karen. Yeah, this is crazy. But listen, Lolly, in that evidentiary hearing that they're coming back in August, woofy, I wouldn't want to sit in front of that attorney. She is another little honey badger. And go at it, girl. Get it, get it, get it. So this is the sign of Cancer. We were in the season of Cancer. So yes, that's when things were thought about 2 weeks ago. They're doing this now because yes, they are moving on. Yes, they have moved from this choppy waters, but they have another little fight on their hands. And that is with property. That will be with other things as well. They're not going to be able to walk away from this for quite some time. Karen will be tied up in legal fees, in different situations. She will be locked up with this, not behind bars. She wants to be. She's going to do the right thing. It's not petty. It's not revenge. It's called the right thing. When I say locked up, you can lock yourself into a situation and it is positive. That's what she's doing. Now, I want to get a confirmation on this Eight of Cups. Confirmation on the Eight of Cups, please. Confirmation. That's Riley that you hear. He's talking. Strength. Don't you love that? The Strength card in the sign of Leo. And amazingly enough, I said Cancer, didn't I, from this time, the season. No, we are actually in the season of Leo. Cancer was some time ago. Pardon me for that. But in the sign of Leo, and that's where we are right now. And actually, we are still in this Mercury retrograde until the 11th of August. Oh, do I love it. You should not dislike Mercury retrograde in this particular case because it brings all the junk to the surface. It is sifting it. We're going to see more. We're going to see more. And the month of August, buckle your seatbelts. Because Mercury has that little way to give you the 1-2 punch right before it's getting ready to go direct again. That will be on the 11th. And then there's about a week of a shadow period. So watch for it. So this is telling us that Karen now has the strength, but look what's in the back. Look what's in the back. A waterfall. So you're going to hear something about the waterfall, the civil case coming. You're going to hear all that. Now, I want to know more about the Six of Swords. And you can talk about this Chariot too. So my apologies in saying that we are in the season of Cancerians. We are not. So being pulled in two different directions at one point, and I think that was during the sign. Yes, okay. So that was the time the Cancerian of, yeah. We've got two. I asked for two and we got two. All right. The Nine of Swords. She's going to be coming out and she's going to be talking about things the Commonwealth does not want to hear. The Nine of Swords, while Karen is now sleeping finally and probably looking more beautiful than ever, the Commonwealth is in so deep. Can they climb out? Well, this Knight of Cups basically says this is a cup of peace, and she comes in peace. All she wants is her stuff. That's it. She just wants her stuff. Whatever she had in that Lexus that night remains in that Lexus. Give it back to her. Give it back to her. But this card is a water sign, and Karen is also a water sign. This is the knights are action. They are compelled by the royals, the king and the queen. The compelling of this, you see, it's easy, does it? Approach this easily. File a motion. If Lolly won't give it back, then there's going to be a motion that is forced. And ironically, I think the police may have to step in to give it back, to help her retrieve. Isn't that funny? Wouldn't that be lovely? But this is coming also to say that there is more coming in this direction for the CW from Karen. Let's get one more card, because she's looking at things from a different perspective now. She's looking at things from a winner. Okay, here is this is a bridge. Did you see how it fell? And the sign of Capricornian, but this is also the season or the zodiac of the Capricornian, who is also Aiden Carney, who plays a big role in this. Even it doesn't matter what anybody says, he still plays a big role in this. This bridge, because there's going to be things come out in his case that will be flatlining the CW, and they know it. That's why Karen's looking at things through a different lens, a different perspective. One thing about this card, you see, these people are on chains. Karen and Aiden, held back, chained down, chained from living the life they should and they deserve, and chained to injustice as almost an addiction for the CW, in my opinion. I want one more card to complete that bridge. What are we going to do about the bridge? Six of Wands. Winning. What does that show? Karen has been acquitted. Now it is Aiden's turn. Winning. And having the support of the community. It's a fire element. This is going to open up doors that you won't even believe. Let's get a couple of cards from this Piotnik. Oops, I'm sorry, I had it upside down. Here is, I don't read these reverse, and normally you don't, but this is the judge card. The judge will be ruling on Karen's motion. If he hasn't, by the time I've loaded this, it will be within hours, if not minutes. And there's the bridge of Aiden getting ready to come to the judge. Order in the court, order in the court. Here come the judge. Lover. You see, this is all about John, and we cannot lose sight that, in my opinion, this is still a huge cover-up. We have just made it through phase 1, where Karen is now free. Phase 2 is Aiden. Simultaneously, just because you don't hear anything doesn't mean that it's over with John. And look, there's the house. So there's more to come, my darlings. 34 Fairview is certainly not. Please have hope. That's what this is telling. The ship, pardon me, will be coming in, and that is information. Justice will be served for John, my darlings. I wanted to bring this to you today. Don't forget to come and visit me Wednesday night. That's all I've got for right now, and I'll see you very soon. Bye for now, everyone. Thanks for watching.